Might have smoked beforehand.
Oh, you're fine. I
What?
don't play Magic the Gathering sober.
I can't, and it slows my mind down and makes me play better. Like,
Oh,
otherwise, I would be thinking of 20 other things. What is happening, everybody? Hopefully, everything is running because it's been a while. The Blunderdome is back open, getting things back on track here because it's been a busy couple months. Summer is always a mess. We got some wonderful guests. We're going to be playing some Assassin's Creed decks. We'll see what happens. I built this in like 10 minutes, so yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty good at that, so that's good. That's like when I draft. I finished drafting like 10 minutes in when I'm drafting, and I'm like, okay. And then everybody else is still building decks, and I'm like, oh, okay. What am I going to do for the next like 40 minutes? I'll go buy some more
sleep and get a
cards.
snack. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sleeve of the deck and then go see what else the LGS has that I don't need, but I want. So I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves here in a second. I'm gonna be playing Cassandra Eagle Bear. I'm very excited about Assassin's Creed. We're gonna talk about Assassin's Creed probably throughout the game. So as we play our characters and stuff, and we'll complain, and then we'll be happy, and all the fun stuff. I have let my guest introduce themselves, and then I'll work my way around, and yeah, we'll start this thing. Quinn, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. What you
Hey,
got going
gamers.
on in the world?
Oh, thanks so much for having me. Empress Quinn here. Find me on Twitter, Girldick Energy, and the Twitch chat at Redacted Energy. The Twitch stream and the podcast and the Twitter bio. Find all the stuff that I'm up to up there. Today, I'm playing the protagonist of Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. And it's a 5-color Assassins deck, but Ezio says that I only need swamps, so I pretty much only have swamps. And we're gonna cast our assassins with treasure or manoliths plus or swamps.
I love
And
it.
maybe we'll show you the hidden blades.
My LGS was like, we have too many of these hidden blades. They're like, here you go. You can give them to people. I
Nice.
was like, sweet. So if anybody needs full art foil hidden blades, let me know. I
Oh,
have
I need
two.
one.
I will send you one. Just give me your address.
Perfect.
Excellent. I will send that out this week. I've got a stack of things I need to send to people, so that works perfectly. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Like, 5-color decks. Most of the time, I always end up limiting myself to like 1 or 2 colors. Like, I don't want to just build a good stuff deck. That's like I just want to do the thing that the card does. And if I could do that in the colors I like, yeah, I'm just gonna roll with that.
Yeah, I feel like with the limitation of it being an air quotes mono black deck, we'll see more unique choices rather than just the like
Yeah.
coastal piracies and the smothering tides and the great henge or whatever.
Yeah, like
Anyway,
I feel like limiting your like I always like having a restriction of some sort when I build a deck, just because anybody can build a good stuff deck. Like I can put all the good things in and go, hey, I'm awesome at building decks. Like I like to build unique decks with a limitation, and when I win with it, it feels great because I'm like, yeah, I made this work. Hey, awesome. And Scruff, what's happening? You got the unique pair over here. I'm excited to see this deck. What's going on?
So I'm one of those ones where Assassin's Creed 2 is not my favorite game. My favorite is actually Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which takes place during somewhat during Victoria era London, with like engines and some of the revolution coming through, with trains and boats and the whole 9 yards. So I am playing the protagonists of that game. That's right, protagonists, because they are Jacob and Evie Fry. They are a brother-sister team. Before camera started rolling, one of the things I said that I love about this series is the idea that you get to see both sides of the characters when they're when you play through the games. Like Ezio, we do get to see some of his brash sides in like Brotherhood. When Cesare is done pissing him off, he's just like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to take this apple and I'm going to start killing everybody with imaginary ghosts. You're not going to like it. And he throws the man off of a castle wall. And then, you have the stealth sides where you watch him sneak through the catacombs of the Vatican to murder the Pope. That is canonical. I did not make a damn thing up. But the beautiful thing I loved about Syndicate is they actually did divided this kind of thing between two people. Jacob is the brash guy who literally shows up in the city of London in, I believe, Whitechapel. I believe this is the city they start in. Finds the first guy who happens to be the boss of a gang, beats the shit out of him, and then takes his gang, and then renames them to the Rooks. Where Evie is your more traditional assassin. She is the one working behind the scenes, collecting information, and really getting the job done from the shadows. And when the two of them join up to, spoiler warning, when the two of them join up to fight the final boss of Stark, it's an awesome fight. It's beautiful to watch the two of them work together, where you're like, they were helping each other and they didn't even know it. And so, yeah. So this is a blue-black assassins deck. That's just kind of the archetype that exists for blue-black. It's either rogues or assassins as a kindred. And that's what you got today. Evie allows me to discard, draw and discard cards by tapping her. When I discard creature cards, I make my creatures unblockable, which is really, really nice. And then Jacob cares that when I deal combat damage with one or more assassins to a player, I get to choose a card with free running or an assassin in my graveyard. I exile it and I can cast a copy. So the idea here is that I will use Evie's ability to draw through my deck, discard some assassins, and then Jacob, when he becomes unblockable, or other assassins become unblockable and Jacob's on the battlefield, smack my opponents, do a little bit of damage, but then also get some extra value for my bin. I'm running every free running card that I can in the deck, and I'm running a ton of assassins and just some regular kindred support. But besides that, you can catch me over twitch.tv/Magic the Dungeon, where we play D&D campaigns set in the universe of Magic the Gathering. We also play other TTRPGs set in other universes. Do you like Devil May Cry? You should check out Campaign May Cry. Join us tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our episode Parallel Lives, where we're finding out that Merrick is a culmination of vampire, zombie, werewolf, and human from the plane of Innistrad, and he's currently being put into a Hell Vault-like creation. Where does the man end and the beast begin?
I love it.
I've been working on that line all fucking day.
I absolutely love the Magic the Gathering and D&D thing that you do. It's a unique thing that we don't got going on. So, and you do an excellent job with it. You are the voice.
Oh yeah, and we are getting ready. We're gonna start sending out invites, I think, toward the end of this year for our biggest thing that we're doing. We are going to be running 12 one-shots during the event called Phyrexia's Multiversal War, a story told across 6 planes, 6 Mirian, and 6 Phyrexian stories. So we're definitely going to be looking for players for that, so keep yourselves open and let us know if you want to play.
Yes, I've just been waiting patiently. I'm very excited.
I can tell you what the first one is.
Oh, what is it?
I will be the DM for that particular plane on both sides, telling both the Phyrexian and Mirian and the Resistance side for the invasion of Toxic, my character Calden's home plane.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
If suffered a Phyrexian invasion before, that was the whole story behind my character's arc. You should definitely watch it. Check it out. I cry in episode 9 of season 2. You should watch it. Yeah, that's
awesome.
Me. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, always. Assassin's Creed. Like, I remember the first time I played the original game. Like, I was not expecting that I just thought that it was like took place in the time period that it was. Didn't realize there was going to be, we were jumping into the future, that there was memory things going on. I was like, what is happening? I was like, my tiny brain at the time was like, ooh, this is awesome. I do miss the aspects of being sneaky, even though I am super unsneaky, especially if you ever watch me play Metal Gear Solid. Oh my god. I start out being sneaky, and then it just turns into there's bullets flying everywhere, I'm running around into walls. It's nonsense.
Just imagine Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. That's it! Killing you both!
Yep.
Like, I guess everybody dies. Here we go. And so I'm going to be playing Cassandra Eaglebearer. She's probably my favorite protagonist. It's probably because she's so pretty. I'm like, I get to be pretty and strong and kick people off of mountains and be all warrior-like. And eventually I think I become an assassin at some point. I feel like for the most part, you're just roaming around for like 40 hours, and they're like, "Oh, here's the hidden blade. You can, or the spear. You can use this if you want." But this is going to be a Boros equipment deck. I built it in like 10 minutes, so because I was going to use it on Mox Field, and then I was like, "Oh, I can't do both of these things at the same time." So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to build this in paper." So it's just. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It is equipment. It is as many assassins as I could fit in it. And Boros. Boros not known for their assassins. Not a creature type.
No way.
It's so weird. There's only like 2 red assassins, and one of them, and they're both new. One was in Outlaws, and then there was one in it's the pirate. It's one of the face down Vashinos. I forgot what her name is.
From Karlov.
Yeah, and she's really cool, but like she's more for like a face down deck where you want to get multiple triggers off of her. But she's in here just because she's an assassin. It's like, okay, hey Jen, what's going on? And hey Shermickmer, what's happening? We are just going to be playing Magic, talking about Assassin's Creed. If you want to talk about whatever characters you play out on the board, feel free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see, 7. Okay, we can play.
I have a keepable 7.
I can play Magic. I have 4 lands, and I'm just gonna roll with it. The other 2 cards or 3 cards, I'm like, they're not great, but right now. But I'll draw some cards, right? That I need. Let me randomize us real quick. I was gonna plane chase, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just play our decks and see what happens and talk about Magic. Assassin's Creed.
Amara and Quinn, quick question for you. Are you excited for Arch Enemy coming?
Let me tell you, I am so excited. So, I had a secret project that I was working on for October, and it's Arch Enemy with Plane Chase, but it's
my word!
But it's basically Saul, and the 3 people are trying to get out of the plane. Like it's all movie locations from horror movies. The planes are, and. The arch enemy, you basically either you want to stop the arch enemy or get out of those planes. So you actually have to work your way through the plane chase deck. And if you can get through it, because I threw in all sorts of weird, wacky things that you like an objectives basically that you have to hit. So to get off the planes, so you won't actually be rolling to get off the planes. You'll actually have to meet that objective and to get to the next plane or the next room, I guess. It should be interesting. I was like, yeah, let's try something new. I was like, for Halloween, and we got Duskmorn coming out, so it's like, and then now we have new arch enemy cards, so it's like, sweet. I was like, that means I don't have to make as many. Woo!
Yeah, I'm all the way in on arch enemy. I think that's really exciting.
It's gonna be like, I'm glad they're bringing all these things back. Anytime I see Gavin or any of them, I'm just like, hey, I like these other formats too. Like, I like to change things up. I like the chaos of it all. It just changes the game. It makes your decks play differently. Like, it makes me happy. Let me randomize us. Hopefully this black square doesn't have to go first. There we go. Okay, it's last. It doesn't get to go anyway, but you know.
All right.
Okay. Well, if everybody's got a playable hand, I guess we'll start some Magic here.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I've shown this off on stream a bunch of times, but I don't know if it's known. I'm a pretty big Assassin's Creed fan. My camera froze. Perfect moment.
Excellent. See?
Oh my god, it literally turned off. I will play out my turn, and then I'll try to fix this.
Sounds good.
Amara, so I will draw for the turn. I will go ahead and play a Soured Springs. It is the blue-black desert.
Oh, no.
And Amara, thanks for having me. Take a damage.
Thank you. Excellent. I love taking damage. This is my favorite. I love the deserts. They crack me up. Like, it lets me commit crimes. And you know what? Killing somebody with it is the best feeling. Like, I'm going to play this desert. I win. Thank you.
Every turn. I am a pretty big Assassin's Creed fan. I have the signed Brotherhood poster. It's signed by the development staff and the voice actor for Ezio. And then I have the Penny Arcade Revelations poster. I've been a fan for a very long time.
That's awesome. Like, the only games I haven't played at all were the kind of like Prince of Persia versions of Assassin's Creed. I think it was China and Russia. Was
Jade and
Yeah.
Revolution, I think it was.
Yeah, those are the two that I have them. I just have never gotten around to playing them.
Neither have I.
I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna play this.
Also throw myself under the bus. I never played the one with Adeline in it.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Is it? I've never owned a
Yeah.
PSP.
Yeah. That's the reason why I bought a PSP. I don't know.
You gotta get a PSP. That's like the handheld of the year every year.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, one game I want to play. Excellent. I will buy this machine. I'm gonna play an Exotic Orchard as my land, and I will pass on to you, Quinn.
Alright. Untap up, keep draw. We'll play a swamp as our land for turn, and we'll pass.
Alrighty, we got the next turn. We are going to play an island. Now, should I play the first assassin or should I play ramp?
Ramp.
Assassins. They're 2-drops. You want to be attacking.
I'm like, I don't want to see assassins, so it's like lands.
I will tap for 2 and play my commander, Evie Fry.
2-mana commanders.
You know what?
Ugh.
Quinn, you can go find. You can go look through your deck for Jacob if you got him.
I literally do and will.
Oh shit!
That worked out against you. That'll teach you a lesson.
We started 5 minutes ago. I'm already fucking up.
Like, yay, go find this card. Enjoy.
Hey, go find this card. Ha ha ha. I literally do. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Scruff, what are you doing? That's not the kind of chaos I want.
That's what I'm doing. That'll be it for me.
We swear we know how to play Magic and we know what we're doing. Don't mind us.
Wait a minute. You two know how to play?
Not well.
When the fuck did we learn how to play?
I'm going to play a Path of Ancestry, which will come into play tapped, and then I'm just going to pass.
2019, Throne of Eldraine pre-release.
Honestly, I think my first pre-release was War of the Spark.
I'm going to date myself. Tempest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, it was good times, though.
I'm gonna spend 1 and a black, and we'll play Desmond Miles. He's the framing narrative character in the first 3 games, I think.
If we want to get technical, the first 5.
Yeah, because all this.
Yeah, 2 is really like a trilogy on itself, but like
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah, it's like
I
2.1.
don't know if I'm gonna get to the other 2 games.
And technically, he is the driving force behind Black Flag.
I'm actually surprised
He's
that
there too.
Yeah. So, super spoiler warning incoming. In
Oh, you're
3,
fine. I'm not gonna play that.
we don't have time for that.
In 3, the card "What Must Be Done" happens, which is effectively that triad of gods that got revealed. Talk to Desmond and effectively give him a choice. Juno says, if you release me, I can save the Earth from a solar flare that's going to hit it and destroy it. And the other gods, Minerva and I think Jupiter, are like, hey, what she's not telling you is that if you let this happen and keep her locked away like you should, you will become the next prophet. Like, you will lead the people into a new age. Desmond chooses to sacrifice himself and release Juno. She keeps good to her word. She does save the world. But Abstergo recovers Desmond's body and upgrades the Animus technology to be able to use anybody's DNA, not just the person who's in it. And so we live through
Layla?
Edward Kenway by using Desmond's DNA from his body.
I'm surprised that
It's insane. But which is funny because, like, if Connor is, if I'm gonna try to pronounce this, I apologize. Ranon Teheton, if he is Desmond's ancestor, then it would only make sense that Edward was also his ancestor. So
Black Flag is probably my favorite. I just enjoyed being a pirate.
Black Flag's got the
Driving-
most showmanship. I'll give
Yeah,
it that.
like just driving around in my boat and swinging off of my boat onto other people's boats, and just it was good times. It was an awesome pirate game. And it was a fun Assassin's Creed game. At least I got to sneak around every once in a while, and I don't know.
Is it my turn? Am I an
Oh,
asshat?
it's all good. It's your turn now.
Whoops.
It is your turn, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to play a swamp. And we will tap for 2 and play a Demir Signet.
Ooh, never seen that in Assassin's Creed. What the hell's going on here?
I mean, the Assassin's Signet.
There we go.
But
You know what would be cool?
That'll be my turn.
It would be cool to make a proxy deck that was just all Assassin's Creed things with reskins.
Let me tell you, that's what I wanted. I don't know why we didn't just get 4 commander decks.
See, that would have been awesome. Yeah, build it. I'm surprised they didn't put commander decks. I feel like this is a test set to see if, like, March of the Machine Aftermath was, to see how it does, kind of thing. I don't know. Hey, Sabby, what's happening? I'm scared. Everybody has stuff on the board. My thing's
Yeah, it's
comes the
really low
Blasphemous
curve.
Axe.
yeah, the 2-mana commanders always frightening. Y'all good, Scruff?
Yeah, that's my turn. That's my turn.
I will draw for 10.
I have a commander who draws me cards at instant speed for 1 mana.
Yeah, that terrifies me. I'm gonna play.
I've got plans.
I don't like your plans.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Don't. Anytime anybody tells you not to worry about it, probably a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play an Arcane Signet, and then I'm gonna play myself some Swiftfoot boots. My rocket boots from Fallout. It's so ridiculous. I can play Fallout with Assassin's Creed, with Tomb Raider. I can just make a mixture of video game decks.
Fry would handle roller skates.
Tell you
Yeah,
what, I
don't
do
you need
have
some?
most of the bobbleheads.
Oh, I'm missing one bobblehead now. Oh, I need to go just my Mr. House deck. I put all my bobbleheads, and I was like, yeah, you know what?
Oh, as you should.
Every once in a while, I find them, but like at our store, the one guy, he'll take all the Fallout cards and bring them over here because I'm always like, hey, I'll take these. I was like, I need these for things. I'll take as many strong backs as I can get. I will pass on to you, Quinn.
Alright. Untaps, upkeep, drop. Land for turn is going to be a swamp. And then I think we're going to go straight to combat.
Dun, dun, dun.
I want to see what Scruff has planned for that mana, so we're going to send Desmond at you. He's a 1/3 with Menace.
I take 1.
Sounds good. When Desmond deals combat damage, we'll surveil that much. We'll surveil 1. And hang on, what do we have here? Yeah, we'll put this swamp into my graveyard.
Okay.
Then post-combat main, I will spend 1, 2, 3, and play the boy. Here's Jacob.
Dun, dun, dun.
He has partner with EV Fry, so Scruff, you can search your. No, hang on. Amara, you can search your library for EV Fry.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't find it. I'm just gonna shuffle my deck.
It sounds good.
Are you moving to end step, Quinn?
Yeah, I will move to end stop and pass the turn.
As you do, I will tap 1 and tap EV Fry to draw a card. And I will discard this escape detection.
There's some really good common and uncommon cards that do some weird stuff that I'm just like, ooh, just make my commander disappear? That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm jelly of everybody's 5-color free running cards.
Yeah.
I just get the black ones.
I'll play a Path of Ancestry tapped. And then you know what? Do we do it? Do we?
Do the thing. Do the thing.
All right, you convinced me. I'm gonna tap for 4, and I will play my favorite ever Magic card. Straight, not from Assassin's Creed, Psalm Simulacrum.
I've seen him around. He's just roaming
I'll
around
go
town.
ahead and search my library for... Let's grab an island. We're gonna close and shuffle. That'll come into play. Tapped. And then we'll move to combat. Do we? Amara, I'm hitting you for 2 with Eevee.
Sounds good. That's commander
Take a cane sword.
damage.
That's also Syndicate's also the game that introduced the cane, the hidden cane sword,
I
which is
love
such a
that thing.
goddamn ridiculous but such a cool weapon.
Yeah, beating people up with a cane sword is awesome in the game. I will say that.
It's even better when you do it and people are just like, "I'm sorry, how the f did that happen?" It's like, don't even worry about it. That's me.
Sounds good. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm actually surprised that Cassandra is only a 2/2. That kind of confuses me.
Well, she gets double strike and maybe comes with Phobos.
Yeah, that is true. I do get my horse and I do get my spear. Okay, yeah. Okay, I won't complain. It's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna tap this.
Look, I just have a brother and a sister. You have a Spartan.
It is true, and that's.
I'm sorry, an assassin.
Oh, and she has haste too, which is pretty awesome.
Wait, does she?
Yeah, she does.
Ah,
She's
shit.
serious business.
Yeah, she does not F around. So I'm going to play Cassandra Eagle Bearer. She has haste. When she enters the battlefield, I'm going to search my library for the Spear of Leonidas. I'm going to put it onto the battlefield, and then I'm going to shuffle. Which is super awesome. Like, I'm putting her in Dog Meat. Dog Meat got so many new toys. I'm just like...
There's a bunch of cool equipment for him.
Like, being able to go
Correct me if I'm
search for
wrong.
things, it's great.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Cassandra is a descendant of Leonidas, correct?
I think so. I do believe so. It's been a long time since I came back to it. Where's my
I
spirit?
remember that I kept saying that, and then I went, wait a minute, I forget.
So I'm going to put the Spear of Leonidas out on the battlefield. That's a legendary artifact. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, I can choose one. Bull Rush, which these are all different things that she can do in the game, which is kind of cool. The Bull Rush is... I love just smashing into people. Usually when my sneakiness fails, that's just, okay. Charge into battle, start knocking people over. Bull Rush gives me double strike until end of turn. I can choose one of these on whenever I attack. I can also summon my horse Phobos, the legendary 3/2 horsey, which is a red horse, which is really weird. I don't know what color. I guess that works. And Revelation, I can discard 2 cards and then draw 2 cards. I like discarding and drawing cards. I only have 1 mana. I did not draw into my land, unfortunately, which kind of bums me out. And I think I'm everybody's got commanders out, you got creatures out. I don't like this. And they're
Just
all...
an edict about it.
I'm like, and Scruff will definitely block with Solemn there.
Oh my god,
so...
he will.
Yeah, so...
Solemn's my favorite card in all of Magic. That man, he is the friend you invite to the parties because A, he's a great friend, and because he could be anywhere, he's colorless, and because he will always make sure everyone's good. Hey man, I know you didn't ask, but I brought pizza. And then as he's leaving, hey man, everybody's got a glass of water, they've all got medicine, they're all good, I'm gonna head out of here. It's great. Love that man. Love that guy.
I will pass my
You're
turn.
so right, though.
yeah, exactly. He is my favorite Magic card ever. Loves Sad Robot.
Hey, Broken Hand MTG and Mitch, hey, what's happening? We are
What's good?
goofing off over here. Don't mind us. I will pass after that. I don't want to risk it.
All right. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. The land for turn's gonna be a swamp.
What? No way.
I know, right?
What?
Who would have thought? Let's go to combat.
Welcome to combat.
Thank you. I'm gonna send Desmond Miles as an attacker at you, Amara. And then I think we're gonna leave Jacob at home because I'm sus.
I'm gonna let you on through. You could just
He has menace, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, that makes my decisions much easier.
It sounds good. He's getting +1 from Jacob, so
Okay.
he'll be dealing 2 damage, and I will surveil 2.
I love surveil.
You know, I was questioning whether or not Desmond was actually worth it, but I just realized he's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
He's so strong,
scary.
actually. If you're not playing Desmond, consider it.
He's in the deck. I ran every assassin that could from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I feel,
Good.
and especially in black, you got all the access to every assassin almost. Like, he's gross. And surveil, I love surveil. I prefer it over scry just because I like throwing things in my graveyard. Because usually I'm always reanimating. So
We'll put Unshakable Tail in my graveyard and leave this card on top. Yeah, that's right, I have more surveil tech. That's how we have card advantage in this deck. It's by throwing stuff in my graveyard.
your graveyard is just your
understand.
second hand.
Exactly. I'm so glad you understand. We'll spend 2 mana and cast my commander, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. He's another 3/2 with Menace. He says assassin spells that I cast have free running black. So I can cast assassins for 2 black mana if I've dealt combat damage with an assassin or my commander. And as I have dealt combat damage with an assassin, I'm gonna spend black, and we'll cast a girl, Evie Fry.
Everything is terrifying.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. What's up?
All of them start with what the fuck.
Don't they always?
No, I 1000% approve.
I love Magic the Gathering.
Me too.
That's it for me, gamers. We'll pass the turn.
Alrighty, we got untap, upkeep, draw. Don't have a land play. That's fun. I'm considering. I have what, 6 mana available? You're 4. Okay. Do I think Amara lets me hit her with Eevee to try to do free running? Or do I cut my losses? We're gonna go ahead and tap for what do we tap for? Why am I hesitating? We'll tap for 3. We're gonna play Jacob Fry.
Yeah.
I have 3 more mana. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay 1 mana. I will activate Eevee to draw a card. And I'm gonna discard Achilles Davenport.
Oh, sick.
I will make. See, the hilarious thing to do here would make Solemn unblockable and then hit somebody. But I'll say Jacob's unblockable because Solemn's the best blocker ever. I did, however, draw a land.
Oh, perfect. We
Show
love to hit our land drops.
Show off.
I think we just leave open mana here. I'm gonna move through my phases.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's just gonna be my turn.
Okay. Switch over here.
While Amara's taking her turn, one thing I want to say about the frame treatments from Assassin's Creed is the memory corridor frames are some of the coolest fucking frames ever.
I want to get all the etched commanders for these. They're so pretty. So I'm gonna have to do some trading, I feel like. I was like, I want to get all the assassins in these and then I'm just gonna build a 5-color deck that just has the assassins. That's the only reason the 5 colors are there, so I can fit all of them. We are not gonna draw our land because we don't do that here. We don't need lands.
I will say, I almost built Alexios for this.
Like, I really wanted to build Cassandra, so it's like, you know what, this will be my first one. I'll probably gonna end up with like 5 different assassin decks. because you know what? Why not? Let's see here. What else do we want to do? We're going to attach the Spear of Leonidas to Cassandra, because, yeah, that's what we do.
Okay.
Makes sense.
For the record, Alexius would be extremely funny.
Oh yeah. All right, I got an assassin. I have vengeance.
Okay, let's become a problem. All the glitters.
Oh shit.
Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control.
That's a good card.
Yeah. she's just.
I have so many questions.
She's so. The spear is very glittery. That's what's happening.
Sure.
It makes sense. So I got my spear, got my glitter. How many things do we get? Artifacts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're getting +4/+4 from all the glitters. So she's currently a 6/6. And whenever a creature I control with legendary equipment attached deals combat damage to a player, I draw a card. I like drawing cards. You know what, Scruff? No. Even though, you still have that. You just want Solemn to die, though. I don't want.
Put him in front of a Cassandra-sized bus. You have no idea.
I don't want to give you the satisfaction. You don't have anything with Death Touch over there, Quinn, do you?
Nope, no Death Touch.
Okay.
Unless you count Ezio's player death touch.
Yeah. That is
Well,
true.
listen, I'm a mono black deck. That's extremely ambitious.
So
I'm gonna find a way to give you 4 treasures.
we're gonna go to
I mean, I have Edward Kenway. I have a Chromatic Lantern. We have the couple of ways to buy the Wudurg mana, but we have
Okay,
to spend
all
money
right.
on it.
So I
To spend.
Yeah, dude, we're hired blades.
Quinn, I'm gonna send Cassandra at you. She's currently a 6/6. I'm gonna have a trigger. I'm gonna make myself a horsey just because I want to draw Phobos.
Sounds good.
Nay, how dare you?
Alright, so I've got a 6/6 coming at me, and I've got a bunch of high-value permanents that I don't super want to block with, so I think I'm gonna take 6. I get 4 wizard hats in this format, and I'm gonna use them.
When I hit, I will draw a card. Yay, we hit our land drop. Woohoo! That's literally all I wanted to do was draw a card so I could hit my land drop.
Never didn't have it.
Yep.
Let's go.
I shuffled it there. That's where I wanted it. So let's see. I don't think we're going to do very much after that. We're going to play our planes. And you know what? Let's attach these Swifty Boots. That sounds good. And she is tapped. But I got a horse now. So I'm going to pass my turn. I like that I can create a blocker, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Untaps. Upkeep. Draw.
It's going to look like a dinosaur.
I am going to spend 1 and tap Eevee, and we will draw a card, then discard a card.
You discard a creature card, something you have becomes unblockable.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we're gonna discard a Calidus Assassin.
Ooh,
I
nice.
see you two also looked at 40k.
Yeah. I love that card.
I did indeed read every card with creature type assassin.
I found some weird ones that I completely just had forgotten about. They're not great, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Assassins!
Let's go to Punchies. Oh,
Welcome to
we
Punchies.
need to give something unblockable with this ability. I think we're gonna target Jacob with that. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we can go to Punchies. We're gonna send Jacob at you, Scruff, and we'll send Desmond and Ezio at you, Amara.
Okey-dokey. They both have menace, so I can't do nothing about that.
Jacob's unblockable. I take 3.
Perfect. Love to hear
gosh, how
that.
much am I
Desmond is getting 1, 2, 3, 4 from my other assassins, so he's gonna hit for 5, and then Ezio for 3.
I hate it. I deserve it, but I hate it.
We are saluting, and then when Desmond deals combat damage, we will surveil 5.
So good.
I was thinking, man, this game's gonna be resolved by chip damage, and then I realized something. I was wrong.
Uh-huh.
Because Desmond apparently hits like a truck.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to hit my land drop, so we're gonna make sure that we can do that with this card, and then we'll have this card as another cool card, and then the rest of these I want out of my way. Show me more assassins. So we will put the swamp, feed the swarm, and Grim Captain's Locker all in my graveyard.
Got it.
Nice.
And then you have 2 Jacob triggers.
Oh yeah. Whenever one or more assassins you control deal combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target assassin card or card with free running from your graveyard. If you do copy it, you may cast the copy. I am going to exile a Calidus assassin from my graveyard. And then post-combat main, we can spend black, and for the free running cost, cast that Calidus assassin.
So good.
What are you coming in as a copy of?
I want it to come in as a copy of Solemn Simulacrum.
Are you gonna destroy Solemn Simulacrum?
I would love to destroy Solemn Simulacrum.
Solemn, my buddy, no!
He
I
did
draw a card.
nothing wrong.
But he did everything right, thank you.
Oh, spell table. The assassin is clearly not a plains.
Alright, and then when that air quotes Solemn Simulacrum enters the battlefield, I will search my library for a swamp and put that onto the battlefield tapped.
Hey man, I gave everybody water and everyone's got their medicine. Everyone should be good. Turns around, stab in the gut.
Yep.
Instead of me.
I'm you now.
Truly thankless work.
Oh yeah, but you know, somebody's gotta do it.
Interesting.
Alright, so we have taken enough game actions, we're all good on there, we'll pass the turn.
Alrighty, do I want to do anything at end step? I got instants. Nah. It's my turn. Alright, I will play a swamp as my land for the turn. And then we're going to move straight to combat. And I would like to swing a Jacob Fry at Quinn.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Combat damage is dealt, so I will exile Achilles Davenport from my graveyard. And I will cast him for his free running because I dealt combat damage with either an assassin or my commander.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tap that black for the Demir. I'm going to pay a blue for that Demir Signet instead. So, add token. Search for card. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Yep, so he's a 3/3 with menace, and other assassins I control get +1/+1.
Nice.
I will then move to main phase 2. And I'll go ahead and pay 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Path of Ancestry. And I would like to cast Aldatore Ambush.
And
I would like to choose both modes, and I will bounce Desmond Miles back to your hand. And I will search my library for, or graveyard, for a creature named Ezio, Blade of Vengeance. So as I do that, I have 2 mana left. I'm gonna reveal Ezio, but that's my turn.
Okay, dokey. Let's see what we got going on here.
I love that Ezio. I love a coastal piracy for a creature type.
Oh yeah. He was the second to last card in the deck, so kind of glad I did that. So there's Ezio, Blade of Vengeance, and that will go into my hand.
That's pretty cool. I don't want to do that yet. Not yet. Don't have to do terrible things yet.
Look how Ezio got 3 cards in this set.
Yeah, I mean, he
got
got so many games too. So
he got 3 cards in the set, and none of them were from Revelations.
Just like, yay. It kind of makes sense that he got so many cards, I guess, because he does evolve throughout the games, I guess. So he does.
He is
change.
the
Well,
most
Revelations
evolution.
is represented on the saga Revelations of Ezio, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm aware, but they didn't give him a creature card from that. They gave him 2 from 2.
Let's see here. What do we want to do?
I say that because Blade of Vengeance is Ezio from 2.
Oh, I guess I should untap Cassandra. That would make sense. Let's just roll on to combat. Why not? Let's look at these crazy boards we got going on.
It's like it took me
Quinn,
forever to
you are
figure
wide
out
open.
what. It took me forever to figure out what Ezio is wearing in his memory corridor frame. I figured it out like 4 or 5 weeks ago, thankfully.
Oh, I have no idea.
He's wearing the armor of Altair from the game.
Oh, really?
It's yeah, because it's the only time an alternate armor is brought up as a story point.
I do like that you
In a
get the
game.
armors.
Uncle Mario, it's a me, Mario.
It's a me,
It's
it's
just
a
hilarious.
White honor.
Going to take care of kitties. Be back in a bit. Later, Sherman. Enjoy some kitties. Let us go to combat. What do we want to do with combat? I kind of want to discard cards, actually. Scruff. I'm gonna come at you with Cassandra, Eagle
Don't do
Bearer.
it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's happening.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it. It's happening. I'm gonna discard some
You know
cards
what?
and draw some cards.
What is Cassandra's current power and toughness?
She is currently a 6/6.
Shit.
Correct.
Get a fresh pair of J's on, too, so that I
Yeah.
can think about pointing removal at her.
Yeah. And I'm gonna discard this Bone Horde. And I'm gonna discard.
You know what? I'm following Quinn's life advice. I've got a ton of life. I'm taking 12.
Well, it's not double strike, so you're good there.
Oh.
Because I'm using the ability to discard and draw too. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah,
So I will.
you're good
lose
there.
6.
It's not as bad as you think it is. But it kind of is, because that was a nasty troll.
Oh shit. Wrong button. Still wrong button.
May have drew into some gross things.
There it goes.
Let us. Do we want to do that now?
I totally forgot she was wearing a fresh pair of J's. Thank you, Quinn.
Love
That
it.
caught me off guard really bad.
I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna play a Mantle of the Ancients. When it enters the battlefield, I'm gonna return any target auras or equipment cards from my graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment. I'm gonna.
Hey, Scruff, what are we gonna do about Amara?
I don't know. I'm figuring it out.
We're not there yet.
My plan next turn was to reanimate Solemn Simulacrum. I don't have anything, Quinn.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this Bone Horde attached.
Sorry, I panicked. I didn't mean to yell at you.
To Cassandra.
I'm a mono black deck, so I'm not touching those boots.
I'll figure it out, I think.
Quick question: Dragon Wing Glider, does it just attach itself, and the Rebel just hangs out, or does? Because I know because it has 4 Mirrodin, and when it comes into play, it creates a Rebel. But then the Mantle says to attach the Dragon Wing Glider, so like
I think you attach to the
Cassandra.
the person with the Cassandra first, and then
Okay.
you resolve the ETB abilities of the
Okay.
those
Well,
things.
no, I actually think it's the other way around because we would have to resolve the ability of Mantle of the Ancients entirely So it comes in, attaches to Cassandra, and then its ETB goes off, creating the rebel, and it's reattaching itself to the rebel.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the
good night,
exact
everybody.
thing that's happening.
I'm so sorry, Quinn. I misunderstood. I'm so sorry.
It's
No
a
worries.
Sunday. We don't know what's happening.
Take care of the boots, I think. I'll figure it
You
out.
leave my boots alone.
No, and you know why?
I'm not causing any problems over here.
I could kill Cassandra 10 times over if she didn't have those boots on.
Quit trying to kill Cassandra. She's not hurting nobody.
Extremely loud and correct buzzer.
I know. So she's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. +6/+6 from the Mantle of the Ancients. She's getting +6 from all the glitters. So she's currently getting +12/+12. And how many creatures are in everybody's graveyards?
I currently only have one. I have
Okay.
Psalm Simulacrum, that's it.
And Quinn,
Yeah.
you have any creatures in your graveyard?
Oh, just one.
Okay, just one. Okay, so I'm just getting +2/+2 from the Bone Horde. Okay. She is just currently a 16/16
Oh, just current.
with flying and
16,
yeah.
flying.
and hexproof, and yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Okay, so this is she's pretty stupid. I'm gonna play this Reliquary Tower as my land for
I need a
turn.
desynchronization so bad.
Okay, I'm gonna pass my turn. I've done enough stupid things. I'm done.
I hope you can find a desynchronization, Scruff, because I'm not on it.
I got diddly squat. I can kill the horse.
Don't kill my horse. He
Push
says.
that horse off the ledge.
He clearly says nay. He does not appreciate you trying to kill him.
Nay, I say. I didn't even realize I said that.
I will pass my turn.
My favorite thing is Quinn is just like, I am a mono black deck. Admitted they have has one non-mono black card on board and has a mono black card in the deck still.
I don't know what to tell you. My assassins are 5-color, but everything else is castable with swamps alone.
That's okay. That you know what, you've mentioned that, yeah.
Oh, man. She
You
is,
parkour your way to victory.
I'm gonna try. But I need to play some, I guess, like board wipe insurance or something. That's probably a good idea. Okay. Enough complaining. I think we're just gonna full swing these at Amara and then see what happens.
Yeah, that's probably just a good idea. Just keep punching me in the face.
What's your blocking situation?
I do
Is it
have
just
a
Phobos?
I have a 2/2
Oh,
rebel
Rebel.
and 3/2 Phobos.
Oh, that's so annoying. Alright.
I can finally block menace. Woo! We got there.
We're gonna activate Eevee Fry. We'll draw a card and then we'll discard a card. How about Thraxamundar? I'm sure that's fine. He's never hurt anyone.
He has never hurt anybody.
I always feel like I need to say his name in like a heavy metal, like a hair heavy metal voice.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, we're gonna give Ezio unblockable. And then we're gonna go to combat.
Welcome to combat.
I am gonna send Ezio as an attacker at you, Amara.
Okie dokie. Ezio. I will block you with
He's
these.
an assassin.
Baby girl, we just gave him unblockable.
Oh, unblockable! Blast you, smoke. I will accept this.
Alright, take 3.
Boop-a-doo. And that is commander damage. Go to 24.
Mhm. Alright, and then we'll go to my post-combat main, where I will cast my board wipe protection in the form of Vein Ripper for black.
Ugh. God, I love that card.
Yeah, that's an assassin.
Like, I've definitely just wiped the whole entire board with that thing. Like, somebody, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna board wipe, but everybody dies.
Mm-hmm.
And the ward of sacrifice a creature, so you're losing life and I'm gaining life no matter what.
And then I think we're going to spend 2 more, and for the free running cost, we'll cast a restart sequence. And we'll return target GoddessOfBlundR from my graveyard to the battlefield.
Don't like it.
Alright, so I've got some larges. I've taken some game actions. We're all good from there. We'll pass the turn.
Restart
On
sequence
your
is
end
really
step,
good.
I will tap for 1 and tap Eevee to draw and discard. Well, that's a card. I will discard. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Nah.
I'll discard Fatal Push. And then I'll untap Upkeep Draw. Well, that's something. It's fun, at least. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop it. We'll cast a Vanquisher's Banner, naming assassins.
Nice.
And then I currently only have 3 available to me. So we're gonna tap for 3. I will play a rooftop podcast. I'm all over the place.
I
today.
love it. My mouth doesn't
I'm
work
so
most of the
sorry.
time.
I
So.
wish I could be playing that.
I will move to combat, and I will swing Achilles Davenport and Jacob Fry over at Miss Amara.
Okie dokie. I shall block your Achilles. Oh, haha.
Achilles has Menace.
I do have 2 creatures, just in case you want to change
I know.
that. Okay,
That's fine.
I will block with Phobos and my Rebel.
Okay. They will all trade.
Okie dokie. Sorry, guys. Sorry, horsey.
I thought Phobos was a 2/2. That's fine. You will take 3 from Jacob, though.
Okie dokie. That is commander damage. 1, 2, 3. Go to 21.
I'm going to choose to ignore Jacob's ability. CC, up to 1. Up to 1, yeah. I will choose 0. And I will make a 1/1 Black Assassin with Menace. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I pass.
Untap. Let's see here. We'll draw the card for turn. Oh, that's fun. That's a new card. What do we got going on out here? Oh, that Vein Ripper. Ugh. I love you, Vein
Don't be
Ripper.
looking at what I'm up to, Miss 1212.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared over that. I know. That is true. I'm pretty terrifying right now, so I guess I can't complain. Let's see here. What do we want to do?
How do you answer a Vein Ripper? Simply kill the controller. Easy peasy.
That is true. Do we want to do that first or that first? Let's go to combat.
Hi, welcome to combat.
I love combat, Quinn. I am going to send over Cassandra at you. She is going to gain double strike.
She's flying now, yeah?
Yeah, she's a 16 with flying. With double strike.
Alright. Well, I'll put Vein Ripper in front of that.
Okay.
You'll take 2.
Sounds good.
And I'll gain 2.
Go to 19.
Is Vein Ripper everybody or no?
No, just target opponent.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so that was combat. We did things. I guess we gotta get some creatures out because we don't have any. Let's tap one white and let's tap this for red, and I'm gonna play Arbaz Mir. I'm probably pronouncing this completely wrong. Arbaz?
I believe that's
Yeah,
correct.
that sounds right.
Okay. He's a human assassin, and whenever Arbaz or another non-token historic permanent enters the battlefield under my control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and I gain 1 life.
I took my damage.
And then... do we have any other historic permanents that we want to play? She is so gross. I've just been holding this in my hand going, oh, that's so gross. I don't want to do that right now. I'm already a problem. I don't want to cause any more problems.
Don't lie to yourself.
I do want to cause more problems, but I kind of don't. Do we just do that? Or do we do this? Oh, she is pretty big. You know what? Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to play Leia Hassan, the Desmond, her new Desmond, I guess. She's a human assassin.
Yeah.
She's so cool. She's got 3/4. She's got first strike, and when she enters the battle or whenever one of her more assassins I control deals combat damage to a player, I can return a historic card from my graveyard to my hand, which I do not currently have a graveyard, but she is very useful for getting my stuff back if I lose it. She is a historic spell, so I will deal 1 damage to each opponent and gain a life. Boop. I'll go to 20, and
30 to 28.
I have done enough things. I shall pass my turn.
Alright. Untaps. Upkeep. Draw. That doesn't do what I need. I gotta play fucking Sins of the Past. A 6 mana sorcery. Let me cast an instant or sorcery from my graveyard without paying its mana cost. Let me hit that, feed the swarm.
Oh.
Alright, let's spend 1. I'll activate EV Fry again. I will draw, and we will discard a Mari the Killing Quill,
Oh yeah, she's an assassin.
and we'll give Ezio unblockable. Yeah, she's an assassin lord.
I love it.
Quinn and I's lists look very similar.
Yeah, I bet.
There's some fun assassins. I wish I could put Zira in there. She wasn't Jund.
Oh, Zira?
Yeah,
The Golden
Zira! She's probably my favorite assassin. I just like to say egg and put Danny DeVito on the screen every time I do it and put eggs in everything.
Yeah, she's very funny. I'll be like, oh, okay, like, move into attacks, declare Zira as an attack, over position trigger, we'll put an egg counter on this guy.
She's just impregnating everybody.
Yeah, it's so gross. Very funny.
Putting it in dogs, putting it in... it's no good. We won't get into it.
We're gonna make Thraxamundar unblockable. And then... Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. We're gonna go to combat. I'm gonna declare Thraxamundar as an attacker at you, Amara.
Sounds good.
On attacks, Thraxamundar will demand the sacrifice of a creature.
Oh man, who do I want to sacrifice? Yeah, I guess we'll get rid of Arbaz.
We will salute that. Arbaz is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
I gotta find a
Watch the
spot
Game
for...
Nights episode.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Our boss put in a lot of work.
I was really just like starry-eyed watching Altair cook, so, you know.
Killing me.
What a cool card. Also does just look like looping Garza's Assassin dot deck, though. So, there's that.
You're not gonna sit here.
And the problem
Anyway.
is what?
Just,
Stop grabbing on things, Cat.
you're just not gonna make a whole lot of friends like that.
I don't want to make friends. I want to make bodies.
Oh, sweetie, you have to have friends to play the game, though.
That is true.
I hate when you're right.
Alright, we'll put a +1/+1 counter on GoddessOfBlundR because of his incredibly powerful rules text, and then we'll get a
so
damage and he'll
good.
bonk you for 7.
Hate it. I hate it.
I forgot. I didn't even think about the idea of making somebody like Thraxamundr unblockable from you.
It's so gross.
Now, if you work your way through the shadows, you can strike here when nobody's looking. What the hell
He's
is
like,
you?
fuck it. I'm just going in.
He's just this guy. He's got a giant claymore coming at you, and you're just like, how did you get in? And you don't even get to finish the sentence because you're dead already.
He was
Anyway,
my
What
you
you
favorite.
do is
person
just that
to
your
manage.
body, your buddy's dropping dead next to you.
We'll use Jacob Fry's trigger to exile and copy restart sequence, and we'll cast it for the free running cost.
Oh, that's gross. I hate
And
it.
black, and we'll drag Vein Ripper back from the grave.
Not that guy. He's in my way again.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay alive, babes.
But I'm trying to kill you.
I need an assassin who randomly fucking flies right now.
You sure do. Get you a Vein Ripper. Print one of these out.
Yeah, or there is
Put one of these out on Moxfield. Wait,
there is a wall that lets you dive off of things with your assassins.
Yeah, the
what's in here?
powering viewpoint.
Yeah.
I didn't put
It's
that
in
one
here.
in, but it is extremely funny.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm all good on game actions. We'll pass the turn.
Okay. Next. Oh boy. Okay. I wanted to do something funny, but the problem is death is knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Like early game funny things are fun. When you get down to it, and you're like, oh, I could die. Maybe I shouldn't do the funny thing anymore.
Hey, Sabby Abby, what'd you pick? I want to know what you're gonna build around.
Oh yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tap an island to tap Evie. I'm gonna make Jacob unblockable. Draw. I drew exactly what I wanted to draw. Phenomenal.
Yeah, you got that resculpt for me?
No, I wanted to make a funny play.
Okay, there you are.
Perish.
No worries.
You're like, my funny card is here. Excellent.
I will discard Poisoned Blade Mentor. And then I will play a swamp for the turn. We drew our land. I will pay 4. And I will cast Roshan, Hidden Magister.
Makes everything assassins, and I can do face down things. I missed some of the uncommons somehow.
So the biggest thing that's important here is that Solemn Simulacrum has been inducted into the Brotherhood.
Oh shit.
Now things are
Where did
going
that
down.
robot get the set of robes? He's got the hidden blade! No!
So I did cast an assassin spell, so due to Vanquisher's Banner, I will draw a card. Oh, hey, you're a thing. Forgot about you as a card, and forgot you were in this deck. I will move to combat, and I will go ahead and swing Jacob at Amara, who is unblockable.
Good. I cannot do nothing. I will take
Take a
it.
grand total of 4.
Oh, hate it. Down to 9.
I
I hate this
will-
player removal thing that's going on.
I will make another assassin due to rooftop bypass, and then I will use Jacob's ability to exile. Where is it? To exile my boy, because now he's an assassin. Because Roshan accepts everyone. I will tap
Even
for
the
4,
sad.
and I will create a token, and I will go ahead and make a token copy of Solemn Simulacrum.
We will salute. Thank you so much for joining us, Solemn Simulacrum. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
You tried, my boy, and that is all that matters. Can't believe it happened.
You got there.
I will go ahead and search my library for. I will do a swamp this time because it's an island last time.
Oh, and it
we'll
looks like
close-
Sabby Abby has selected Lydia Fry to build around, who is awesome. I love her.
So yeah, I've done so much. I don't think any of it matters. Actually, due to Rashawn's ability, Solemn Simulacrum's now an assassin, that will trigger Vanquisher's Banner, and I'll draw a card.
Very nice. Now Solemn is doing some work over there.
Let's go!
Getting
my
blades,
boy!
drawing cards.
All right, Amara, now I accept death.
I should have played a fucking Vanquisher's Banner.
I'm gonna untap. Let's see here. Let's draw our card for turn. What do we got here? Oh. That would have been nice earlier on. What do we want to do here? There's so many weird things going on everywhere. I think that's what we want to do.
Go ahead, Amara. Cast a Blasphemous Act.
I know! That will kill me! I can't even wipe the board. It's terrible. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? We got all these.
Vein Ripper can't keep coming back. Eventually he'll go down. Or you can just eliminate me. That is an option.
That is an option. But then I am at 9 life.
Look,
and
I reanimated a Solemn. I brought back Solemn after making him an assassin. My day's done. I've succeeded. I don't care what happens.
Vein Ripper is a problem, and Thrax, I'm dead next turn. So I get to figure out some. Oh, you know what? I wish I would have. Oh, okay. I got an idea. Ooh! I should tap 1, 2. I'm gonna play Failure, the exuberant shepherd.
All right.
She's got flash. When she enters when she attacks, I can exile up to 1 target non-land permanent at the beginning of my next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it was one of mine, I guess +1/+1 counter. We are gonna actually. This is gonna be dangerous. I don't know if it will. I'm gonna move these Swiftfoot boots over onto Thalia. And then I am.
She has an attack trigger. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on to combat with Thalia and Cassandra. Cassandra is gonna gain double strike. Thalia is going to blink out the Vein Ripper.
Great. Trigger ward, sacrifice a creature.
I will sacrifice Thalia. There we go.
Alright.
Sorry, baby.
Then you're targeting my Vein Ripper with the ability to exile it until the end of turn.
Yep.
And do I have anything about that? And that is really not what I want to see.
I was sitting there.
Oh, no, we're fine.
No! I hate it. Don't be fine.
We will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and convoke Pylon to destroy target Cassandra.
Oh no! That's what was my worry was. No, Cassandra! I'm gonna throw her in my graveyard.
Alright, I will surveil 2.
We will lose these
And
auras.
when Cassandra dies, you will lose 2. And I'll gain 2.
I hate it.
Thank you, Vein Ripper. I love you, Vein Ripper.
Doing the work.
I'm gonna put a Royal Assassin into my graveyard and leave this card on top.
Oh, Royal Assassin. You're so cool.
Love that guy. And then, yeah, Vein Ripper will get exiled until end of turn.
I tried.
I have no blocks for Ophelia, so I
We did it. We got there. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, I don't think there's much we can do. I think we will tap 1, 2, and 3. That will tap us out. I'm gonna play some pre-war formal wear.
Nice.
I'm gonna bring Cassandra back.
Sweet.
She is
Back
returned.
with some fresh new duds.
Yeah, she's got some new clothes on. She's now just a 4/4 with vigilance, and I don't believe I am long for this world. I shall pass my turn.
Well, now that I don't die instantly to Cassandra, I think a new threat has risen.
I'm just building a brotherhood.
Yeah, you might need me.
It's me. I'm the threat.
I know.
Hey, thank you, Scruff.
Trying to figure out how to kill Vein Ripper permanently.
Yeah. I have ways, but they're all... My exile stuff is somewhere in my deck. Somewhere.
Well, I don't have restart sequence anymore, so there's that. Alright, on top of the draw.
The problem more so breaks down to that even if he hits the bin, you can just use Jacob to get him back.
Yeah.
Once.
So good.
I can do that once.
You can do that once.
Alright, we're gonna spend 1 and activate EV Pro. We're gonna give Thrax unblockable. We will draw and discard a Zero, the Golden Sting.
No. I don't know how many times I've killed people with commander damage with Zero. She just kind of comes out of nowhere.
She's so cool.
Yeah, flying haste. Ugh.
Okay, we're gonna spend 2 and play a Hero's Blade.
Oh.
I love Heroes Blade.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to combat.
I have it in dog meat just because then I can do, if it does
Welcome
go in
to
the bin,
combat.
I can just throw it out and it just attaches. I love attaching equipment that just attaches itself.
Yeah, I think the auto equip from this is really strong.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes it worthwhile, especially with certain commanders and stuff.
Scruff, the time has come. We're gonna send Thrax and Vein Ripper at you. Thrax is unblockable and demands a sacrifice.
I will sack a 1/1 assassin.
Alright, he'll get a counter.
Indeed he will. And then I take 14.
And when that creature dies, you're gonna take 2 from Vein Ripper.
So I'm going to take 16 total.
Yep.
Cool. Go 12.
Everything is okay. Everything is okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. So we've got free running enabled, and Jacob Fry is gonna exile an assassin from my graveyard and let me cast it. I think we're gonna get 0.
Man, I really want...
Jacob and Ezio together is a disgusting combination,
Yeah.
actually.
I gotta get a copy of Ezio, just so I can do assassin nonsense like this. It's making me
It's so
happy.
I'm building an encounter deck for my D&D deck that I have with Tazri Beacon of Unity, and I considered having one of the encounter decks be 10 cards instead of 4, and have it being a Universes Beyond deck. So it'd be 4S random people from Universes Beyond. So it's like, welcome, you know, thieving skydiver and this person, and then hello Ezio.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a party member. I don't care. He's 5 color and go.
Alright, we have auto-equipped 0 to the Hero's Blade, and then we are all good on game actions, and we'll pass the turn.
Oh, righty. My turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I just drew the board wipe that I wanted for Amara's board,
Damn it.
but it literally doesn't help me anywhere else.
And now you both die if you cast it!
Blast
Oh, it doesn't
win!
It doesn't affect me.
Oh,
It's desynchronization.
gotcha.
Yeah. Farts. What do we do? Do we have anything? I think the only thing I can do at this point is Thraxy's gotta go.
Yeah.
At the very least, Thraxy's gotta go for now.
Absolutely. Answer my threat.
So I will tap for... I'll tap 1 to tap for 2, and I will go for the throat on Thraxamundr.
Understandable.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it was his dad. Ugh.
Oh yeah, Hatham Kenway. That fight is rough.
Yeah.
I understand why Hatham has protection from assassins because of that boss fight, but at the same time, get bent, you asshat.
His creature card is pretty gross too.
And you know what? We'll tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will cast Ezio, Blade of Vengeance. He has Death Touch, and whenever an assassin I control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and tap for 1, activate Eevee. I will draw. I haven't played a land for a turn, so I will discard Rogue's Gallery. Oh, wait, no, I have to discard a creature. Farts. I will discard Mari the Killing Quill.
What? Never seen her before.
I play a swamp as my land for the turn. We'll go to combat. I will make Jacob unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn, you have 4 blockers. Okay. I'm just gonna swing Jacob at you.
All right. Stats on Jake.
He will be. It'll be 4 damage due to Vanquisher's Banner. Oh, I draw a card for Ezio. I apologize for casting him. Dealing that damage, I will go ahead and.
Oh, nope, it's dead. Okay. I was sitting there. I thought you had the other creature out still that had gave everybody +1/+1, but
no, Achilles died. And then I'm gonna stack the triggers to draw a card from Ezio first. Okay, that's a thing. And we'll go ahead and well, we'll look at view the library, see if I want to exile anything. I'm gonna go ahead and I will exile Escape Detection with Jacob's ability because it is a card with free running, and I will use its free running to bounce Eevee back to my hand, and I'll bounce your Eevee.
Unfortunate, but understandable. This makes it way more difficult to kill you both.
Yes. Yeah, I was like, what's gonna kill me immediately? Oh wait, it's the
unblockable
the
damage.
Yeah. And then I draw a card for casting Escape Detection. I have 3 mana remaining and so many cards in hand. Oh, I also make an assassin because of rooftop bypass. The deck runs. I'm proud of what I built. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards, huh? I'll go ahead and move to end step. And I have 8 cards in hand, so I will discard Black Market Connections.
That Ezio is so good. It's 5/5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's the starter deck version.
That's so silly. I bought the starter decks just because I was like, I wanted the cards out of it. Just the couple that were in there.
As you should.
Like, I wanted to keep them together because I like to have like starter decks to teach people how to play Magic. But like, I was like, also, I just want the cards out of it for myself.
I think I've played like every card from the starter deck that's in this deck.
And
that's it for me.
it's so weird that they made starter decks instead of commander decks. They could have even just made 2 commander decks, and I guess that would make more sense
really
to me.
could have.
They could have done like a Templar. One could have just been an assassin deck, a 5-color assassin deck with Ezio, and then the other one be like the Templar and the Abstergo, and
Probably Hatham Kenway would lead that one.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. See, wizards, we're full of good
Imagine
ideas.
Can you imagine a deck that welcome to this Commander Precon. There's 30 Templar Knights in it.
That's the problem.
actually extremely funny.
you just get in here, just like, oh, there's 40 Templar in here, and here's 10 other cards and some lands. I'm gonna draw.
The thing is, those other ones are just like Akroma's Memorial and Thrumming Stone and
just great stuff. Make it worthwhile. I'm gonna play a
Embercleave if your commander's red, you know.
Embercleave is in here.
Fucking Dragon Throne of
Swear.
Tarkir. Put that in your Templar Knights deck.
Like, I usually try to avoid
The Immortal
like
Sun? Is the Immortal Sun a
like relentless rats kind
Sure.
of things. Ugh. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's try to stay alive, I guess. We're going to have 1 and 2. We're going to play a Bureau Headmaster. The Bureau Headmaster is a human assassin. It's 2/2. And equip spells I cast cost 1 less to cast, and equip cost 1 less. Let's tab 1. Let's attach the spear to Cassandra. Let's pay another 1 and attach this Bone Horde to Cassandra. Let's pay 1 attack. Oh no, that doesn't cost 1, unfortunately. Let's attach these boots over onto Cassandra. There we go. Roller skates, a pre-war suit. Like, she's just wearing all sorts of fancy stuff. She's just how many creatures are in everybody's graveyards now? I have
Ooh.
1, 2 on my side.
I got 4.
4. Okay. And how many did you have, Scruff?
2.
2? Okay. So she's getting +8/+8 from Bone Horde.
Say
right
Shannon
now.
dancing in the frame.
Hey.
What's up? Okay. How much mana do we have? We have 2 mana left. Do we want to do that? Because we're gonna go to combat. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I hate everything that's happening. Oh, Zero, you're flying. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where's my removal? Oh, I know where my removal is. Let's go to combat. Thalia is going to try to blink out Zero.
Fuck, no, not again!
And then I am going to... Oh, she has vigilance now because of her pre-war formal wear.
So this is her from Valhalla.
Yes.
Got it.
She's going to gain double strike for the turn, and she is currently getting +10. So she is a 12 with double strike.
No! I should have killed you when I had
a chance.
You'll exile 0 successfully, and then I will not have enough blockers for your lethal commander damage, so I will simply die.
Huh.
Yay!
Now found myself between a rock and a hard place.
I will draw a card from Cassandra hitting. Oh, that is another card. We'll go to our main phase and tap 1 and 2, and we shall play Ezio, the Brash Novice. Whenever he attacks, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and as long as he has 2 or more counters, he has first strike, and then he becomes an assassin.
No.
I have to work to make him an assassin, damn Boros.
Because Amara, how large is Cassandra right now?
She's just a 12/12 right now. Just a 12/12.
Shannon's asking if I'm winning, and I'm not winning, but I'm not.
But you're not losing either.
No, I will lose if I can't find a way to kill you in a turn.
She's a big,
Yep.
pretty lady. She deserves to be a 12-12.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that,
She deserves it.
Instead, when you put it like that.
not hard to argue with.
And then I will pass my turn.
I had Brotherhood Regalia in my hand, and I probably should have prioritized getting this down. I just don't know where we would fit that in. And then the one turn, if you had chosen a different path rather than blinking the Vein Ripper, we have the Hidden Blade to attach that at instant speed and give it first strike and death touch.
Oh, that would have been... that was sucked. I will pass my turn. We'll see what happens. What do you got, Scruff? What do you got for me?
I mean, I think I have to go for a win here.
Yeah, I think you gotta. I think you
It's
have it.
extremely do or die time, babes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna tap 1, tap for 2, play Eevee.
Okay.
Also,
I can
Scruff, are
use her.
you on Discreet Retreat?
No.
As it turns
Probably
out,
should be.
assassins are outlaws.
I
That
did
they
look
are.
for some of that stuff.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the main payoffs, so that's like actually worthwhile for it. Like it fixes your colors and draws you cards.
I know what I'm doing to myself, but honestly, I don't think I have a choice.
All right.
I'm going to tap for 4 and cast a desynchronization.
Okey
All right.
dokey.
We return each non-land permanent that's not historic to its owner's hands.
Okay, so that will return. That.
Those 2 die. Solemn, quote-unquote, dies.
Oh wait, these are historic because they are artifacts.
Rooftop bypass goes back to my hand.
That stays. That stays. That stays. That stays. That stays. You stay. Felia, you stay, and Ezio will stay. But the Bureau Headmaster will go back to my hand, as well as my arcane. Oh yeah. Historic. Silly. Okay.
Yep, that did not do nearly what I wanted it to do.
I think you got this though, because I can only block. Well, no, I can block 2 because I still do have Cassandra.
Yeah, the most
If you can
I
find one more damage, this
Yeah.
is yours because you can make Ezio unblockable.
That is true.
well,
And he's a 6/6 with the Vanquisher's Banner.
just read another card in my hand, so I think I've got this.
Yeah?
I'm gonna tap for 2 black, and then 2 more, and Jacob's on the card, so it's only appropriate that I cast Chain Assassination.
Are you running? Destroy target creature. And then you can just destroy
I will-
Ezio. Yeah, destroy Ezio.
I will destroy Ezio.
That'll give you just enough to get through with
Yep,
all
Alright.
so that I will move to combat, and I will turn my 3 creatures sideways that can swing.
Good game.
Yeah, we got there!
You did
Way to
it!
go.
Good game.
Woo.
These new cards are silly.
Hell yeah, dudes.
I love playing with new cards and just seeing the silly interactions and what people come up with. Cassandra is a lot more powerful than I thought she would. The fact that she can go search for that spear and then she also
Yeah, I
makes
think
this.
the Spear of Leonidas is carrying a lot of the weight there, but the
Yeah.
fact that she puts the spear in your command zone damn near is incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. And then like with like dog meat, like I can just go basically grab everything back if it gets destroyed and like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's,
And she's just a good body for holding knives too,
Yeah,
because she's got
basically.
haste. So you come down and immediately you're turning sideways every turn.
and this-
Quinn, how did you feel about Ezio?
I really like this card. I think casting my assassins for free running is incredibly cool and makes me feel like a clever mage, which I need to do to play this game. So I do that.
I had so much fun with Jacob and Evie, I'm not even gonna lie.
They're so cool.
yeah.
I was like, it's funny actually building, because I'm sure people have seen it at this point for my post on Twitter. I talked about that I was starting to feel some burnout from the game, and I was complaining about the price of Assassin's Creed. My entire comment still stands. My entire stance still stands. However, I won't lie and say that these cards don't feel very, very cool to play with as an Assassin's Creed fan.
Yes, I'm
It
very
was-
much-
It was very, very cool to just, and even like some of the reprints that just have the Assassin's Creed characters on them is so much fun to see. I'm very excited for everybody who I like Final Fantasy, not as much as I like Assassin's Creed, but so I'm very excited for everybody who does love that set and is going to be very excited for that set.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. They're going to give me my Cecil on a Magic the Gathering card, and I will fall over and cry and be incredibly happy.
I think there should be 16 different variations of Sid.
I think that there should be 16 commander decks. One for each game. That's the thing, is there's just so much stuff in Final Fantasy. I mean, every game is a different world with different lore, and
I think designing that many cards is extremely difficult, but they could maybe do a couple of commander decks for different eras of Final Fantasy, like the PS1 era, like the pixel art era, or then like more after 10 and beyond or whatever.
that would be one way to do it. I'm interested to see what they come up with.
Willing to put money on that Sephiroth is probably one of those commanders.
There's so many, Final Fantasy. That was like my first RPG that I ever played, like on the original Nintendo. I used to go over to my friend's house and we would spend the night over there, and for some reason, I don't know why we didn't save the game. We like made it all the way to the end of the game, and then we had to go do something and we shut it off, and then we never finished Final Fantasy 1. I was like, we were at the final boss. Why did we do that? I know. Chocobo mounts. When we got mounts and outlaws, I was so excited because I was like, Chocobos! It's a couple years from now, but
I'm excited because Gavin posted about it last night, and they were just like, hey, is 14 in there? Because I play 14, and he has confirmed that 14 is in there.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm hoping Plane Chase is what I'm really hoping for. If they can't do everything from all the games, they can at least make all the worlds and have different locations and Plane Chase cards.
If I could like make a statement on the commander decks that we're going to get for that set, I mean, I know we're going to. If they haven't announced it already, I know we're going to. The summons actually would be really cool to see. So like Bahamut, Ifrit. That would just be really cool to see. I feel like they'd be treated like maybe like bestow cards.
Oh, that would be one way to do it. Like, was it 7 that you, with the materia that you attached the summons to the creatures? 8 was my favorite, just like character design wise, like Squall and like the villains are always really cool. Like I forgot what their names were. The ones in the suits. Was that part 7 or was that part 8? I'm trying to. Everything is blended together over the years. That's I'm hoping when we do get chocobos, those should be the serialized cards, and they should be different colored chocobos.
Oh,
they could do it with like neon art or something, because they have all the different colored chocobos. They could do kind of like how they did with the neon art cards and make them neon art chocobos. It'd be silly, but you know what? I will accept. I'm definitely going to end up probably going crazy when Final Fantasy comes out.
I would like to ask the two of you the question I ask every time there's Universes Beyond products. For a Universe Beyond that has not been put out yet, what would you make a set for?
Obviously Legend of Zelda. Easy.
Oh,
That's fair.
Awesome.
That's fair.
Yeah, let me think on this real quick.
I mean, my answer's Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the thing.
I just need commander decks. Just give me Dante, Virgil, and Nero. I don't even need 4. Just give me 3. I don't even need the full 4. If you're gonna give me the 4th one, make it a partner pairing between Trish and Lady. It would be awesome. That's all I need. Just keep it stylish.
Yeah, that's the thing is
And you can have 3 Devil May Cry decks and then a Bayonetta deck.
Honestly,
Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta.
Honestly, sold. No, realistically, you'd probably do something similar to like what they did with Doctor Who for that. If they did Devil May Cry, where you would get 2 hero decks, you'd get Virgil, because if you don't give people Virgil, they'll scream. He's not even the best character in the game. Hot take. Nero is. And then you probably get a villains deck.
Resident Evil would be pretty awesome.
Resident Evil actually would be really cool.
Yeah. There's like secret layers, like some of the games that I would like to see things from, like Dead Space. like you can't make a whole entire set off of that, but it's like my favorite horror game. But I would take like small little secret layers for a lot of these games. I've noticed that a lot of the games are like Square and Enix, or because like we've gotten Tomb Raider so far, we're getting Final Fantasy. That's like all from those certain publishers. So, and with Bethesda, Skyrim would be effing awesome, and that fits. I mean, like the Oblivion and
I think you just do
Elder Scrolls. Like that's there's certain games and types that would work really well, like fantasy wise, like Game of Thrones. I would love just because, things like that where you have those creature types and things like that already. So even if it was just like 2 commander decks that they put out for like certain things, like they don't need to make full sets for things. Like this Assassin's Creed set is a small set, and they managed to fit a good portion of everything in there. But yeah, what else do I want? There's so many. I have too many hobbies. I want more Warhammer decks. I
was just about to say that. I could definitely go for some more Warhammer decks.
Yeah, like I was very disappointed that we didn't get orcs. Like, and
so many people are, and honestly, the Secret Lair, sorry Wizards, was very disappointing.
Yeah, and like I thought maybe the Secret Lair would be like a full deck, like they do with like the Angel deck and the Cat and Dog deck. So I was like, oh, maybe we're getting that. That would be so cool. And like some of the, I didn't want reskins. I wanted actual like legendaries.
Gossicall Thraka being Zergo Helm Smasher is a fucking letdown.
Yeah, because like that's like should have been more powerful. He should have been cooler. I didn't want a reskin of him. Like, but I don't know. I've heard rumors that we might be getting more Warhammer stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. And everybody's just like, oh, like we'll get a set, and I'm like, I really don't want a set.
I want Jumpstart. I want packs that have different factions. And
that could be cool.
Like you could just, and then you could combine them.
Then you could actually expand on all the factions.
Yeah, and you could have different chapters of like different Space Marine chapters. You could have different. So then you're not making just a full set and then forgetting stuff. But then you could just have like different packs. You could combine them together, but you could also make decks out of them if you want. Have like a different legendary creature from each of the chapters or something in the Jumpstart packs. I don't know. That would be cool. I would be all in for it.
Oh yeah.
But I think I don't know if you guys want to play another game or whatnot. I don't know.
I can play.
I mean,
I have to go eat breakfast
Okay.
and do the rest of the adult things today.
I
but
completely
appreciate the offer.
understand. Hey, we got to sit here and talk video games and secret layers and all that other fun stuff, and we got to beat the crap out of each other with some new cards. So we did our thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna let everybody do a little outro. Throw your links up in the chat. Let us know what you got going on and where we can find you, and I will go find us a place to go bother. Quinn, what you got going on?
Yeah, hey, Empress Quinn here. I've been Gordic Energy on Twitter, Gordic Energy in the Twitch chat. Find the stuff that I'm up to in the Twitter bio. We've got the Heroes Blade Vibe Check podcast, and we've got the MTG Lexicon Twitch stream. I'd be co-hosting both of those. And the Moxfield, that's down there, so check out all the stuff that I'm up to. This is on there as Hired Blades Knife Emoji, so check that out. If you want to see the full text of what I'm up to in this deck, there's a lot of really cool assassins that I'm casting exclusively with black mana.
Terrified me.
Your deck was very, very cool.
I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I liked both your decks a lot.
Yeah, it ended up working pretty well for only like 10, 15 minutes of just throwing things together. And Scruff, what do you got going on?
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Will, also known as Scruffy Nerfer. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/Match of the Dungeoning, where we play TTRPGs set in other universes. Do you like Devil May Cry? Do you like Magic the Gathering? Then you should definitely join us for our main campaign, The New Titans. And Shannon's there too. And as we're going through things, we're currently on our arc called Innistrad Crimson Hunt. I still hate my DM for naming it that. And you can join us for tonight's episode. That is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our episode Parallel Lives, What happens when Farah and Seren visit Nephalia and Kalden and Malgan visit the Mauer estate in an attempt to search for parts to repair Merrick? Please join us tonight because I have no idea.
Yes.
I have to fight vampires.
Yes, make sure to check out both of these wonderful folks. They are always good to me. We always have fun. Get to see silly decks and just enjoy ourselves. I will be back tomorrow with Tom just playing Magic. We'll probably have some. Hopefully, Mr. House is finally done because I would like to finally try it out and just do silly things. And
Tom should message me before we go to Commander Seal so that I actually bring him his card back. I have had a card from her friend Tom for 2 years now when I stole it in a game that long ago because I'm an idiot.
it happens. I don't know.
I'm silly.
You get home and you're just like, what is this? Why is this in the deck? Did I put this in the deck?
It had red sleeves on, and so did my rogue deck.
It happens. I don't know how many times I've done it where somebody cast something on my creature, so I put it on my creature, and then we finish the game, and I'm just shuffling it on into my deck. Like, oh, whoops, sorry, I stole your card. I have never taken the card away, but I am excited for Commander Seal. That is coming up here in September.
Yes.
Yes.
I will be there along with Shannon, and if you want to meet more Magic the Dungeoning, Ryan, who is also Merrick, will be there with us.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. It's a fun weekend. They've got lots of things planned for this. I mean, they had a lot of stuff going on last time. We had a comedy show, and we had all of our games going on, and silly auctions. There's a lot of really great artists and stuff going to be there this time too. And so I'll be back on Monday, and then I'll be back on Wednesday, and then I'll be probably playing Assassin's Creed or streaming that because that's the other thing I'm doing in my downtime when I'm not painting. We're gonna raid over to Shannon. Apparently she is online.
All right.
Okay, let us start the raid. We are heading over. Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I do appreciate it. And, we will see you all again soon. And take care of yourselves. This mat is really creepy. I'm sitting there looking at these. This is what my kitchen looks like when I wake up in the morning and I didn't fill all the dishes.
Whoops.
I'm like, oh, I fucked up. At some point, my cats probably will eat me. That will probably be the end of me. I have accepted my fate. But everybody...
May we all be so lucky.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just the circle of life. Just Golgariing it. But everybody, you take care of yourselves, and we are raiding now. And we are on. Bye, everybody.